right. Hey, Boots. Hey, it's your girl, Leanne Dulce here with my favoriteest DJ, Tony Sanchez. And you are here on Wake Up Happy Sis, KCCR, the Brownstone, where we are changing the narrative for Black and Brown people by telling our stories our way. So today we have a special topic. Um, I'm not sure if you guys know that May is Better Sleep Month. And to go along with that theme, we wanted to talk about sleep and relaxation, specifically for our Black women. Now, this applies to men too, so we're not leaving our brothers out, and it actually applies to anybody. But if you hear statistics and stuff, we're trying to go to a little bit more granular for our community, because that's what
Amen.
we're doing this for. So let's let me find my. You get too many things going on. Here we go. Okay, so today one of the first thing I want to talk about is how important sleep is to our overall health and wellness. Because I know when I was young, my favorite quote, when I'm in my 20s, my favorite quote was, you know what? I can sleep when I'm dead. I got to get to this money. I've got all these things that I got to do, right? When we're young, that's what we think, right?
Right, right.
It's like we start our lives having naps every day, right? All the way up
Yeah,
to about kindergarten or so, you was still napping.
for
Midday
sure.
nap, little snack, you was good to go. Then
Yeah,
somewhere they're like, no, we don't get those naps during the day anymore, right? We're going to go full force into all this learning. And then when you get home, maybe you got an hour or two to play outside, but you got to get that homework done. And the older you get, the more homework they give you. And if you put in extracurricular activities, like if you're in sports, that 24 hours in a day, which turns more into five outside of all the things you've got to do, maybe before you should be asleep and get those 8 hours they recommend. Sleep seems like a luxury. It seems like an option. Like, I'll just, take this medicine, the no dose, and drink some more coffee and get the 5 hours and the Red Bull, and I'll just hammer through, right?
right.
But it's harming us. It's hurting us. Now, do you remember a time when you had that same kind of thought of, you know what, I don't need to sleep. I'm gonna just go power through. You remember what that was like?
Yeah, yeah, man. Especially when I first got introduced to smoking weed. That's when it really sleep was obsolete. Then sleep. I don't need no sleep. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing all along, me neglecting myself of the sleep that I was required to get, I was actually harming myself. But those are things we don't know until we do
Yeah.
the OJT. The on the job training.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
only.
until you have a breakdown, until something goes wrong and your body tells you, hey, sleep isn't a luxury, sir or ma'am. It is a necessity for
Absolutely.
our bodies and our minds to function at their best. It's when our body heals itself. It is when our mind gets a chance to expand into ways that we can't do in our conscious selves, right? It's it's important that we're getting adequate sleep because it not only helps improve our memory, it helps improve our mood and our focus. Um, and it can also help reduce chronic illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, obesity, right? Sleep is a necessity. And I want us to get out of that habit of thinking that I could sleep when I'm dead. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that we're seeing that, you know what? I have to put boundaries in place so that I'm able to make the best of my life. And sleep has to be one of those boundaries, right? Now, if we look at some statistics, according to the National Sleep Foundation, adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep a night for optimal health and well being. Now, for me, 7, 8 hours, I'm tired when I get back up. It's almost like too much sleep and
Hmm.
not enough sleep. I still feel tired and groggy. For me, that 6 is my sweet spot,
Okay.
right? What about you? What's your sweet spot of what is ideal for you?
Right now, pretty much I would say in between 5.5 to 6 hours. That's my sweet spot right now.
Now, how much do you actually get though?
About four, being totally honest. About 4 hours of sleep, because I know what it is for me. See, I know I am still learning how to manage my own personal time. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I'm a mismanagement of my own personal time. Now I stretch myself out the way for going out the way for other people,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
which
think we all do.
yeah,
We're used
which
to that. That's yeah.
which causes neglect to self. you know, because if I'm
Mhm.
totally reaching out to help somebody else, that means some things that I need to do for myself are being neglected because I am too obligated to do something for somebody else. And then in the long run, I wind up hurting myself, you
Mhm.
know, uh, health wise, because like you say, it comes up in a whole bunch of other areas. When you deprive yourself of sleep, it comes up in other areas in your life too.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna show up where you don't want it.
Amen.
Okay. When think in terms of your focus,
Mm,
right? When you're tired, just imagine the last time you tried to pull an all-nighter or something like that. At some point, you can't even think properly because you have lack of focus, you have lack of clarity, you have brain fog because your body's like, I need time to shut down to reset. Just like with our technology, you can't just run your phone over and over and over and over and over and not give it time to reset. You have to turn off that computer. What's the first thing they tell you when you got a problem with your computer? Did you
log on. Yep.
restart? Did you restart? That's the
Did you
first thing.
restart?
Sometimes
Yep.
we have to hit that reset button for ourselves. And
Amen.
sleep is what is doing that for us because we can't just keep running and running and running ourselves ragged because we're real good at that.
Oh
I
yeah.
know I am. I
Yeah.
know I am, and I'm being honest here. Sometimes I do have those days where I'm like, I just don't feel like I am getting enough accomplished. And I have to do more. I have to be better, especially as an entrepreneur. I work client projects, then I'm over here at night trying to work my business, try to have any semblance of a life
Mm,
outside of work, and you feel guilty. So then you do more and more things to squeeze more and more into those work waking hours, and we're not giving our best to ourselves. So how in the hell can we give our best to somebody else?
mm. That's a
That's
good
the
point.
question.
That's a
Now,
good point.
now I want to talk a little bit about some of the unique challenges that Black women tend to face, okay? Especially as it pertains to professional Black women, right? Because some of our challenges are one, when we go into a corporate environment, especially if you're in the IT space, which is more largely white male dominated, we have to be in, and this is pretty much any Black person that's in a corporate environment, we've got to be 3 times as good as the best person to be seen as average, right? So that's putting undue stress and anxiety on us to perform at, to always perform at the highest level, to never be too angry, too upset, to never really stand up for ourselves fully, because now we're the angry black person or whatever,
Yeah.
right? We have to accept all the slick jabs that come at us in the work environment. And we also have to then be the foundation for everybody.
Mm.
If you're one of those women like me, who is the go-to in your family, right? Um, you have kids, you have a spouse, you have parents or family, right? A lot of times it falls on you to be the mother, the doctor. And if you're single, you're the mother. Sometimes you're acting in the father's place, right? You got to be the chauffeur. You got to be the doctor, the therapist, the chef, the financier.
Oh, a lot of hats. A lot of hats.
You've got all the hats. And it's putting undue stress and pressure on us that is affecting our sleep, that is affecting our health. And how do we resolve that, right? Because a lot of times you'll find that we've got insomnia. I suffer from insomnia, where sometimes I can't go to sleep till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But my dog needs to go out by 7:30, and he not gonna play. So yesterday I was running off of 2 hours of sleep
Mm.
because I still had things to do. But what I've learned is that midday nap, baby,
Woo.
yes,
Them power naps is lifesavers.
they are. It can be
Yep.
a 30-minute here, an hour here.
20
We
minutes
have
over there.
to, if you looked at other countries, there are other countries where they have afternoon breaks.
Siesta.
Yes.
Let's take a siesta.
The United States is so focused on get
Money.
more out of the people. I
Money.
need to get more out of you in the time that I have you. So ain't no siesta. You better take that 15 and be happy. And
If
that
you
little
get it.
30-minute lunch, if you get it.
Yeah.
Most of us have so much work to do, and they continue to pile more on your plate. And what can you do? You can't, sometimes we don't feel empowered to say, I'm overwhelmed. Hold up. This is too much for me.
Because I
Right?
like my job and that check is what's keeping me afloat. And I don't need to be going to unemployment right now, you know?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're not standing up for ourselves and saying, I'm overwhelmed. I used to be guilty of that. Oh, in a
Mhm.
minute, Leanne will tell you I cannot accept anything else. My working hours are this to this, and I'm sorry, I'm not able to accommodate you outside of that if it's not an emergency.
Amen.
And an emergency isn't because you didn't do your job and
Right.
now it's last minute. Failure on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part,
Ooh, that's a shout right there. Yes, sir. And a lot
right?
of employers got that twisted.
Hmm. But we have to, as an employer, you have to, and I hope there are some bosses that are listening and are going to hear this on the restream. You have to invest in your employees' health and wellness because happy, healthy employees are loyal and productive employees that will impact your bottom line better. We always have to get to the money as a business owner, right? But you have to
Right.
think about the people that build that business, that are helping you build that wealth. When you protect and support them, you protect and support your business, period, right? Now, I want to talk a little bit about hormones too, because for women especially, hormonal changes can wreak havoc on your sleep. It can cause so many different sleep disturbances. I'm talking about just your regular menstruation cycle. That's some painful shit. I'm so glad I don't have those anymore. I feel bad for the people that still have them, but I'm happy that I ain't had one in over 20 years. Amens, amens, amens. But being pregnant, menopause, having these damn hot flashes, Okay, you have hot flashes, you got cold flashes, you can't sleep, you can't rest, everything starts to hurt. Sleep wrong, and you wake up and you can't move your shoulder, right? Fluctuations in estrogen and progesterone levels just when we're having our regular menstrual cycle. Those things can lead to insomnia. But then, likewise, when you're in menopause, your estrogen levels have dropped. And then you get the hot flashes. You get night sweats. You got to sleep with the fan on and the heat on and be under the blanket at the same time. Right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And toss in the stress on there. So our hormones are out of whack. Toss in if you've ever had to have a hysterectomy. Your hormones are way out of whack. And that further is going to impact our sleep quality. And then the same goes for men because they have stress, they have uh they have different hormonal issues that go on with them as well as they get older,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that affect your sleep. So we're dealing with insomnia. For those that may not know, I'm sure everybody does know, but that's the difficulty of falling and or staying asleep. Your brain, for me, my brain is going a mile a minute.
Constantly.
And I can't do anything, right? I can't do anything about it. I can't sleep. Or if I'm in a depressive kind of state, can't sleep, right? So we have to look at what are ways that we can help ourselves to have a better night's sleep, right? When we're looking at, let's go to some more statistics because I'm gonna drop some real statistics on y'all today. On today. The Centers for Disease Control says about 35% of adults in the US get less than the recommended amount of sleep. And I would think that number sounds kind of low because I think a lot more of us are getting less than their recommended 7 to 9, especially if you have people that may sleep at weird hours, they're third shifters, and you still want to have any semblance of a life. So it's not like they're sleeping their normal, sometimes they're not sleeping their normal 8 hours, 7 to 9 hours, right? And then the American Sleep Association said that approximately 50 to 70 million adults have a sleeping disorder. And insomnia is probably the most common one, right? And insomnia affects about 30% of the United States.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even know that 70% number until you just said that. Wow. I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, the 70 million people, 50 to 70
70.
million people. Ain't that crazy? That's a lot of
That's
people
that's a lot. That's more than
dealing with
almost
sleeping
more than
issues.
half the world, ain't it?
No,
Almost.
no, no. That's 70 million people in the United States. There are billions of people in
Wow.
the world.
Wow. Let's just hear it.
That's just 50
Ooh,
to 70 million people in the United States,
good Lord.
right? Then you look at how we're being pushed, especially with layoffs in companies, where
Mm-hmm.
now I have to do my job plus this person's job over here because we have to do more with less.
Yeah.
Who is
Yeah.
going to be the one that's going to get most of the issue? The people that are left.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're listening out there and you want to just drop in and join the conversation, we're going to start talking in a minute about some tips. I'm about getting to resolution. I'm a solution oriented person. So I'm not just going to sit up here and bitch and moan and complain about sleep. I'm giving you some real statistics, but we're also going to give you some real tips. And we're going to talk through some of the things that we do to help us get a nice sleep, good night's sleep, right? when I have insomnia, tricks that I've learned or that I'm learning so that I can kind of cut it off a little bit, right? It may not be as bad. I may not go a full 24 hours. I may be able to go to sleep after 5 or 6 hours, right? So if you want to drop in now. The link's on the screen. Now, I'm gonna ask you a little question, Tony.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, you gonna get these questions. You gonna get this question. For you, when your mind is going a mile a minute, what do you do to help kind of quiet and bring yourself down a little bit?
Okay, when I'm dealing with the madness and the lunacy of the world in
Mm-hmm.
general, in general, when I finally get to a place to where I can just be in an area where it's just a long time for me in that moment. And I always keep my headphones and my music with me. I always keep that with me anywhere I go because music is my refuge. For real. When I find my mind constantly wandering in different spots, it's time like that when I use my meditational music. I have like ocean sounds or the sounds of rain, calming sounds to calm me
Mm-hmm.
down in order to, have my mind at peace and ease. And then that clears me up enough to where, okay, I'm at a level now to where I'm not as agitated
Mm-hmm.
and nervous about the task at hand. Now I can focus more so on keeping me at an even till. Because if I'm at an even till, I have an evenly smooth day and my work progress will get done. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I have to have a spot to where I can get away just for a minute, just me and my meditation music for about give me 10, 15 minutes and I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times that don't work for a lot of people, but that works for me.
Yeah, and life is about finding the things that work for you. So welcome, Sharonda.
Hey, Sharonda.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes, we're talking about sleep and relaxation for Better Sleep Month. And so let's start with you. What are some things? Let's talk about, because I want to switch into talking about nighttime routines and setting up your kind of sleep sanctuary, your little sleep oasis, your actual sleeping environment. So, what are some things, some challenges, let's say, that you have around getting that 7 to 9 hours that they recommend we get every night? If you do, you might have it on lock and be like, I don't have that problem. I get all my sleep.
well, in the last, I say since December, when I stopped, when I retired, I just couldn't stay asleep because it was just so much going on, like in my mind, and it was a challenge to stay asleep. I used to be called a professional nap taker because because I wouldn't need any motivation whatsoever. And I mean, you could just turn the car on and I would just automatically be out ever since I was a little girl. But I find when you alleviate stress, that helps a whole lot. Um, I was watching Tabitha Brown, and she helped me discover ashwagandha, and it comes in the form of gummies.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was taking a valerian root and just trying to find that thing that would help me calm down. So we have some friends that come see us every year to go to the Formula One races. And one of the guys had this tiny little white box, and it was emitting some type of noise. And I was like, "What is?" And every night, that's what he would do. I was like, "What is that?" He said it's white noise. It helps me to go to sleep and stay asleep. So say like if some type of a noise might happen or a thought might enter his mind, the white noise would help bring him to a place where he could just relax and go to
Mhm.
sleep and focus on the music instead of the thought or the noise or whatever have you. And so I've also gone as far as to find some apps on Spotify of quiet music, tranquil music, and stuff like that. If I'm in a different environment other than my home, my husband has me putting in these earplugs, these soft, squishy earplugs. If either of you are veterans, you remember those doggone
Yeah,
earplugs that we
I'm
used
a
to have
veteran.
to wear.
The little
Oh,
orange ones. The little orange ones.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. So
Mhm. I know
noise
what you're talking
canceling.
yeah.
Because if I don't have those things, my mind it just won't shut up so I can sleep. And so um for over 5 years from my last job, it was a routine. I was always up way before the sun came up. I was always, I mean, driving in the cover of darkness. And it was always like that, even with daylight savings time. And it just began to, become nerve wracking. So to calm that stress and to get out of that mental habit of over 5 years, just relax. And if I wake up during my old time, I just get up, use the bathroom, and go back to sleep. So it's
Mhm.
unlearning stressful habits that helps. It's
Yes.
replacing old destructive habits that bring
Yes.
you stress. So
Yes.
it's that stress, it kills people that look like us a whole lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
Oh
see
yes,
what
yeah.
I
because
mean?
we have more of it. We don't
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
luxury
yeah.
sometimes of taking time off and I need a mental break and blah 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 because we got kids, we've got families, we've got lives, and the system isn't built to support us a lot of times,
That's
right?
right.
We
That's
can't
right.
feel empowered to stand up and say I'm overwhelmed because we
Uh,
might lose our job.
man. And so let it be what it is. If that's what it's going to be, if your
Yeah.
job is just creating that, is if your job is the culprit of the stress and you've done all that you can to, you've done all that you can, then you got something's got to give, or that stress is gonna sit you down in a way that you're not gonna like, and it's gonna always be untimely.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me, when your body starts to shut down on you
oh
because you
yeah,
have neglected it for so
yeah.
long,
Oh,
oh yeah,
and you just pushing through and put just a little
it'll
bit longer,
happen
just a little bit
anywhere.
longer.
It'll happen anywhere.
Oh yeah,
You be
oh yeah,
somewhere and just pass out. Can't help it.
oh yeah,
You
oh yeah.
know.
I'm
So
there with
because
you.
and when we think about sleep, it really impacts our mental and our physical health in so many ways,
Oh my
right?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Did you
Like think
know?
about your memory. Think about your
Yeah.
memory when you on those binges where you haven't slept. And now whether that's drug induced, stress induced, whatever induced,
Mm-hmm.
insomnia,
Mm-hmm.
around those times, and you still trying to power through. Okay, I gotta finish this paper. I gotta finish this report. And you get up and read what you wrote the last night. You'll be like,
Who wrote
what?
this?
What 5-year-old wrote this? I'm
Oh
so
my
glad I
god.
didn't send this to nobody because what I found sometimes that stuff I've written it makes no sense to anybody.
Let me tell you,
Anybody, it's like
who
I
wrote
don't.
this? It
Who,
must not. It couldn't have been me.
who was at my computer? You got to act the kid. One of y'all was over here messing with my computer, and it was you because we're not operating. We're
Oh
not
my god.
operating at our peak level because we tired, and we're trying to
Absolutely.
do more with less. Sometimes we have to stop that mentality and just like you said, unlearn
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
bad habits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show
That
y'all
was
some tips, some little things that we got.
okay.
Okay. And we're
The
gonna
mask.
look. This I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna get up close. This
Absolutely beautiful.
is a weighted sleep mask. It's
Ooh.
weighted. It has a bunch of little beads in it. So you can put this in the microwave. You can put
Mm.
it in the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can get heated and or cooling. So if you've got migraines, things like that, you can put this weighted sleep mask on. And it's not super heavy. I've had ones that just felt super heavy and tight, but it
Mm-hmm.
can help relieve pressure.
Oh my God.
These, you see it's branded. We're going, that's what we do here. These
Uh-huh.
Dole and Lay. These sleep pillows, these eye pillows. Have you ever used an eye pillow?
That's the first time I ever
No.
heard
These
of
eye
eye
Me
pillows.
pillows,
too.
you use it at room temperature, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you can put essential oils on it, right? So put it in one of the corners. Obviously, do not put it where you're putting your face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't put the essential oil. Let me repeat.
Yeah, say
Don't
that
put
again.
essential oil where your face is gonna be. Put it off in a corner somewhere, just 2 to 3 drops, and put it over your eyes.
Uh-huh.
And now you're getting the aromatherapy and the benefits of the essential oils
Mm-hmm.
while you're resting and relaxing, right? And you
Uh-huh.
can put this again, you can put it in the freezer, or you can put it in the microwave for a few seconds just so it warms up a little bit,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Like if you don't have a sleep mask, something that can just block out the light,
Absolutely.
getting yourself some of those blackout curtains,
Yes.
baby,
Yes.
it could be nighttime any day, any time of the day and night.
Yeah.
Anytime it's nighttime. I forgot to tell you that the on the line of the essential oils, lavender is my favorite, and like pulse points in your
Yeah. Yeah.
temples and
Yeah.
behind your neck,
Neck. Yep.
and
Right. Now, if you're
also
doing that, do not, you have to dilute the essential oil with another oil. If you buy it, do not put essential oil, well, most. Do not put essential oils directly on your skin because they can burn you.
Yes.
You
mm,
should always dilute it with like a olive oil,
huh,
any kind of a regular carrier oil. You
uh-huh,
generally should not. Now, tea tree, I've been able to put tea tree on me sparingly, but I would, like I said, I don't recommend that. I will never tell anybody to do that. You
wait.
need to don't do that no more, Sharonda. Put some different oil. 'Cause I see you over here like what? Don't do
No,
that.
no, you gave me a bad memory. Yeah, that tea oil is some fierce,
But
fierce,
a tea tree
fierce.
oil don't play, do it. Woo, they
No,
do it every day.
ma'am, no.
Now, if you've ever had what is that? Oh, oregano, oil of oregano.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever tried that?
It's
You're supposed
actually
to put
in
one
my
drop.
hair.
You
In
put one
my
drop like sublingually under your tongue.
uh-huh.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
See,
Don't do it.
I'm
That
at the
that
age that
stuff
I
is
can learn
that
from
stuff is
somebody
hot
else's.
and it's
I'm at the age,
nasty.
girl. I'm
You
at
got to
the
mix that in with
age
like a cup of water.
that I can learn from other people. I don't have to actually make
You
that
don't have to.
mistake.
You don't.
Mm.
I try these things so you don't have to. Because I do not want another person. My friend told me it was bad too, but I was like, it can't be that bad.
You know we hard headed
I'm
sometimes.
hard headed. I'm one of them. It can't be that bad. I'm gonna just try one drop. I will never do it again. That stuff is hot. It hurts. It just hurts my spirit.
Oh my
But
god!
but
She said it hurt my
it hurt
spirit.
my spirit more than anything else because
Wait,
it
am
was
I
hot.
having a hot flash because I'm laughing so hard?
Me too. Look, we are all of us
Oh my
over here in our elder years over here having hot flashes over here. Okay, that's another thing that happened to you. Let's just be real. When we
Yeah,
get older, we need
Men have
these
hot
sleep
flashes too.
techniques.
I
We
know.
need these sleep techniques because, baby, them hot flashes get you the night sweats, the pains and aches. And one day I was sitting in my
Oh,
bed a weird
oh my
way,
god.
and my
Oh.
whole leg cramped up. I was like, I ain't never. Is this cold?
Wait, my doggone hot flash is so disrespectful and rude. One time I woke up at night, I swear to God, I thought I went swimming in my pajamas because I was drenched.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Sleeping
Just
with the fan on,
disrespect.
and the heat. I got a ceiling fan. I sleep
Oh,
under the covers
oh my God.
365. I don't care.
Right.
I'm always gonna sleep under some covers because I would have an AC on, had a fan on, have a heat. It's just
My
ridiculous.
God.
It's just ridiculous.
I tell you, this doggone sleep deprivation thing, it hurt so damn bad. Lord have mercy. When I brought my son home, he was, oh my God. It took 2 weeks after he came home. That sleep deprivation got me so damn bad. I was like, he don't like me. I can't breastfeed. Oh my God, what am I doing wrong?
Right, and then you feel like you're a horrible parent. I'm a horrible mother. You're not. You're just sleepy, baby. You sleepy.
Yes,
That's all that is.
that sleep deprivation hurts so bad. They say that it's the as bad as being intoxicated.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
it
mess,
is.
man.
It is. So this is what I would say
Oh,
to that. If you know somebody, because some new mothers don't have the luxury of my mother or my mother-in-law is coming to stay with me for 6 weeks to help
mm-hmm,
with the baby. They're a single mother. They may be in a city where they don't have any resources. So if
mm-hmm.
you know somebody who
Hmm.
is a new mother,
Uh-huh.
go over their house and help them out.
That's a great
So they
idea.
can take a shower, so
Girl.
they can get some sleep. Even
Yeah,
if you ain't doing nothing but sitting there watching that baby sleep,
right.
so that she can sleep
That's
peacefully,
a great
knowing that if something
idea.
happens, her baby's
Mm-hmm,
taken care of, she can get some rest,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
That is one of the best gifts I think you can give a new
Yeah,
mother. Now,
yeah.
that's if the new mother's going to let you come over and watch and touch her baby. Because
That's
you
Hey.
right.
know, the new babies don't be over here in my face. I don't even like you like that. You my mama and all that, but like, like
And young mothers, not young mothers, but mothers can be very, very, very
protective.
protective, and
Especially now,
they
you have
will.
to be. You have to
Yeah,
be because all
yeah.
the things that have happened to young people at the hands of family, friends, and whoever,
Mm,
right? You have to know and trust the person that you're allowing with your kids.
mm-hmm,
But if you have that close relationship
mm-hmm,
where you can say, look, I'm going to come get the baby. I don't want you to do nothing but sleep.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's you got one job.
You got one job, get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Get some rest. I don't want you doing laundry. I will send you somebody to do laundry because I ain't gonna do it. I'm
Who,
not
me?
that friend. I'm not that friend that's gonna do your
No,
laundry.
we're not friends
I
like that.
will I will pay somebody to do your laundry.
Yeah, yeah.
I might
Outsource
wash
it.
your
Wow.
dishes for you. I wash your dishes for you. That if you got a dishwasher, because I just put them in the dishwasher.
Oh Lord.
We didn't have a
Uh,
dishwasher growing up. Okay.
Right.
right.
So I
I
use
was
that
the
luxury.
dishwasher.
That's a
I,
luxury, and I will use it. And won't nobody make me feel bad. You don't. Yes, I'll put them right on in that dishwasher.
It's
and
my
will.
it's
And
my dishwasher.
but I know people who use their dishwasher only to hold the clean dishes,
Ain't
like
that
the
something?
giant rack.
That
But
ain't what that
they
for.
weren't used to it. They weren't used to having a dishwasher,
Mm,
Right.
so they just used to washing, and they use it to hold it. Friend, that ain't what it's for. But do you?
oh my God. Oh my
Do
God.
you?
This is so therapeutic.
Okay, so let's talk nighttime routines. Okay,
Okay.
let's talk
uh,
about nighttime routines.
nighttime routines.
What are
Mahash.
some tips?
Mhm.
If we're gonna go round robin, if you've got
Okay.
one or two tips for somebody to help set up a nighttime routine. Now, for those that don't know, what is a nighttime routine? Your nighttime routine is the one, oh, this is your gonna be your best friend when it comes to getting better sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies are based on
Oh.
rhythm
Mm-hmm.
and based on consistency and repetition.
Okay.
Your mind and your body follow that repetitive cycle. So when you
Mm-hmm.
set a nighttime routine and every day you do the same things before you go to sleep, what is it telling your mind and body? Oh shit, it's time to go to sleep. She doing these. She done did number
It's
three.
time.
She did
It's
number three.
time.
Oh, let's start to shut it down, baby. You'll start getting tired. if you start your routine at 9 o'clock, so that by 10 o'clock you sleep. Let you try and be out and be fast and be out at 10 o'clock. You be like,
Ah,
oh,
ooh,
I'm so
oh,
tired.
look at the time.
Mm. Look, this one. Look,
Um,
before we start that, this is when I knew I was old. I don't like if I do go out, baby. I'll be there at 6:30. Cause by 10, I'm back at home. I
ah,
remember, I remember when we didn't even leave the house till 10:30, 11,
when
11
we were
o'clock.
younger.
And now
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be back in the house by 11 at
Mm-hmm.
the latest.
Do you remember when naps used to be viewed as punishment when we were younger, but now that we're older,
So take a
naps
nap.
are yes, and just everything stops because it's a wonderful gift to yourself to be able to take a nap.
Look, let somebody punish me with taking a nap. Okay.
Say less. That's what the kids say, right? Say less.
You ain't even had to finish that statement. I'm already asleep.
I'm telling you. While you
I,
Already.
talking to me, I didn't went to sleep.
Middle of the conversation.
They went straight out.
Leanne.
oh my
No, there was one time. My daughter was a teenager then.
god.
My
Uh-huh.
friend was my friend was my roommate. My homegirl was my roommate,
Uh-huh.
and we had all just came back from dinner or somewhere. I don't know where we were, but
Mhm.
I had been driving. Now me, I walk in the fastest normally, right? If I come in, so I'm on a mission because I'm tired. Babe, by the time they got in the house, my daughter was like, "You were asleep." Full sleep by the time we walked in the house. I'm talking about clothes off in it. Now the light was on. My daughter usually would come and turn my light off, but my music is playing.
Uh-huh.
I was under the covers. I was full rimming in the 3 minutes it took them to come in the house behind me. Cause I will get some sleep
That's a
when
skill right there.
but to me that means like you're not stressed. You
Right.
are at place of balance in your life where
Yeah.
you can do that,
Yeah.
right? Because
Uh-huh.
most people, you got to be forced to stop moving, and then
Yeah.
10 minutes you sleep. That sounds like you, Sharonda. Go lay down
Why
for
you
10
telling
minutes.
my business in
You
front of company? I used to do
I
that
ain't.
to my son.
Who you calling company? I'm family. I
right,
I'm talking
right.
about I'm talking about
Yeah.
everybody else
You're about the
outside.
listening audience. The listening audience.
Yeah.
Sharonda gonna be joining us for more of the shows because she said she liked the vibe over here.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you parts the family. So let's get back to what I done
Absolutely.
got all sidetracked.
Oh,
We're talking about nighttime routines. So do you
yeah,
have one or two tips if you're gonna tell somebody to how to start their nighttime routine?
I
The
do.
things that you do before you go to sleep to help shut down all your mental processes, help relieve some of that
Yeah,
stress, and stop all the worry so that you can get a restful sleep. We're
I
just gonna go
do.
round robin. You got a couple of tips, Sharonda?
I
Then we
do.
can go
Remember
do
last week when we were talking about gratitude and journaling?
yes.
Well, the journaling helps me to get everything off of my cranium, right?
Yeah.
Because if I need an outlet, so I have to journal and get everything out. That helps to start the routine, right? Then you get ready, then you find your ashwagandha because that thing is gonna put you right on down. And if you can fight if you want to, it won't be pretty, but you can. I'm only speaking from experience. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm
Right.
just
Just
speaking
you.
from
Just you.
experience.
That's all you can
Mhm.
do.
And the if I remember the essential oil, and definitely saying my prayers and just shutting it on down and find my favorite music on on Spotify to
Mm-hmm.
just be playing softly in the background. And so even in earplugs in, I can like a little bit of the noise will come in, and it's that music that'll help me to focus on that instead of the dogs barking, the motors going on these loud
Baby love.
cars and all of that, right?
I shut
So
I will even shut my
journaling.
dog out. Don't try it, sir. They be like, but he's barking. He'll be fine.
Like a baby. They'll calm themselves down.
We'll be fine.
Yep. So yep. So the journaling,
Like
essential
that.
oils, ashwagandha, prayer, and the calming music.
Okay.
Not in that order, of course.
Right. Just right. Now, what about you, Tony? You got some tips for things that you do kind of at night to help you get a more restful sleep?
Yeah, I turn off everything. I turn off everything. TV, phone, everything. Everything. I let everything go to voicemail. I don't answer my phone after 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is no zone. It's the no
Okay.
zone for me. It's the
Okay.
no zone. If you ain't called me by 10, you'll catch me at 10 a.m. in the morning. Cause me myself for
Give me
me,
a plan.
the only way I'll stay up past 10 o'clock is if somebody, cause I do like request shows,
Mhm.
request music shows for people that's on third shift,
Mhm.
and they trying to get through the night, and
Right.
hey Tone, I need about 3-4 hours. Can you do a show for me? I got you.
Oh wow,
You know what I'm saying?
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's how I started out. I started out doing request shows for my third shift people because they are the most underrated, overworked group
Let
of
me tell
people in
you.
the world.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
For real,
Absolutely.
I was a third shifter. I know, so I'm speaking from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Uh,
They do y'all so doggone dirty, like
yeah,
closing up the
yeah.
restaurants and
I
stuff. And
Right.
mean,
Like they ain't gotta eat.
right.
right.
You know what I'm
My mom
saying?
was a nurse and worked the graveyard shift, and my brothers are police officers. I'm like, they do y'all so damn dirty. My goodness.
Yeah. So what I do, like I say, I shut down all electronics and everything, man.
Absolutely.
And
Mm-hmm.
then, and then for me, see, I'm a scented candle kind of guy. You
Ooh.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Nah, I find me one of them scented candles, man, and I lay there in that peace and quiet,
Hmm.
and just allow it to absorb me. Mind free of
Ooh.
everything. They cleared my mind. Now I'm in my comfort zone. Lord,
Oh.
give me this peace so I can prepare myself for the day if you allow me to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you
And with that
Tony,
scented candle, and next thing you know, you are I.
Tony, please put that in the chat. I need to see that. I would definitely like to incorporate that in my routine.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh,
man.
the
Scented.
candles be clutch, baby. The
Ooh,
candles.
man, and I got that tip from one of my sisters. A
Now,
sister gave me
now,
that tip.
if you, my only concern is leaving the candle running. You know,
That
leaving
part.
the candle lit while
No,
you're
but
asleep.
see, but
You
see, but
can you
see.
can
That
change that by instead of using a candle, using well, there's different ways. Sometimes if it's a glass jar, you can get those warmers, like a
hmm
cup warmer,
Mm.
and
Uh-huh,
you can
uh-huh.
put the
The candle on there.
candle on there, and it'll melt that way. That's a lot
Okay.
safer. You can use wax melts,
hmm
right?
Uh-huh.
In the little warmers, and you put the
Uh-huh.
wax melt or warming oil, and those plug in the wall. And
Huh.
then they have a little dish on the top, and you either put wax melts, like a little bit of candle wax
Right.
in
Hmm.
there,
Or
or you put um, oils.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
you
that way
know,
you can do that without having the worry of the candle itself.
okay, I see y'all. What about this company called Scentsy? They have it's kind of like a night light, and you plug it in,
That's the
and
same thing that I'm talking
okay,
about.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have those
Oh,
where they come with night lights. They have ones that you can use with little tea light candles, ones
yeah.
that you can plug in to the wall.
Mhm.
Um, they have there's all kind of ones like that, right?
Good
So
idea. I have
so
to
for
blow the
me,
dust off of mine.
yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all some additional tips because those are great tips.
Ooh,
One, you want to set a consistent
a
time
routine. A
to go to
routine.
sleep and to
Hmm.
wake up,
Hmm.
right? Set that routine
Hmm.
because it's going to help regulate that little internal clock you got.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it don't matter what day of the week it is, I'm up at 6. Does that mean I stay up at 6? But I'm up at 6, right?
Right.
I like what Tony said. Limit your screen time before bed. That's not me.
Absolutely.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. I'm gonna be scrolling on TikTok. That's my relaxation. That's my
Uh-huh.
relaxing activity.
But wait, you can't be winding down if you laughing your ass off at TikTok. I almost got kicked out the bed on that.
Okay, you can't do that. Yours is limit. Yours is turn it off. Rhonda's a turn off because she over there laughing. I'm
You
trying
see
to
my
get to
screen
sleep.
jumping up and down? That's how the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to not, Sharon, because you see you a mess. You a mess out there. When you a mess out there. No, for Sharonda is a turn off, not a
It's
limit.
not
Turn
my
it off.
fault. I
It
was
is
minding
your
my
fault.
own
It is
business.
a choice that you're making. When you see a funny one, you hit that little ribbon and you move on so you can go back to it when it's daytime. See, that's
You
why
expect me to remember that?
that's why you can't do it. Now look, we're gonna give Sharonda some relaxing activities to do. Okay, like we're
Because
gonna
this is
have
the
her read a
adrenaline.
book.
It is, I'm
We're
up
gonna
here. I'm
now,
supposed to be down here.
yeah. So you need to read a book, not a funny book,
Oh my
not a funny book. One that's kind of
God.
boring because that'll help you go to sleep fast, right?
Okay.
We're gonna have her meditate or practice some deep breathing because we can't get her hyped. Sharonda already, she up here already. We don't need
Yeah,
her up here when she's trying to go to sleep.
I was
Okay.
right,
minding my
right.
own business and this funny video came and just
See,
messed me all up.
see, that's the thing. And we're gonna get her a nighttime calming music. Okay, we're gonna get her white noise machines.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
Okay, yes to the white noise machines.
mhm,
Um, yes to taking a bath or a hot
mhm,
shower or
mhm,
something before you go to bed, right?
mhm, mhm.
Yes
What
to
about
even preparing
exercise?
for the next day. Well, it depends. Some people can exercise before
Mhm,
they go to sleep,
mhm.
but a lot of times, if I would say if you're going to do it, try yoga or something maybe. But some people get more hype and more energized after they work out.
And it
So
works
for them, they
opposite for me.
probably need to work out in the morning.
Morning.
Um,
Mhm,
because you get your endorphins or whatever. I'm not a fitness buff, but you're getting all that
mhm,
going in your body, so you're pumped up. So
mhm,
my list does not have exercise on it,
mhm,
right? But even preparing for that next day,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
Getting your things together. Okay, this is what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. This is what I need to go before blah blah blah, right?
mhm.
And figure out what relaxing activities resonate with you, right?
Yeah.
They've got the adult coloring book, so like a physical coloring
Mhm.
book, or
Yeah.
even the apps where you can color on an app,
Mhm.
right? Your
Yeah.
journaling,
Yeah.
whether you're just journaling about your day or your gratitude journaling,
Mhm.
mindful meditation, right?
Mhm.
That's a great way to help try and calm the things in your mind is by using mindful meditation, right?
Mhm.
Meditating, but being present, right? You know your mind is going, but as you're doing that, you're not judging, but you're calmly and smoothly kind of putting it back to the focus of meditation, of quieting that. And it's just like, okay, thought. Okay, we're going to bring our mind back to meditation into quieting those thoughts. And
Mhm.
eventually you'll be able to do that as a routine, as a habit, right?
Mhm.
And going into getting the different apps like Calm, there's a
Yeah.
couple of different sleep apps that have little stories, that have the white noise, that have all kind of different things that can help you with sleep. I would definitely say get one of those apps, or even like your Alexa, if you have, I can't say it because she right there, she be listening to everything. But
Eavesdropping and stuff.
even if you have one of those, you
Mhm.
can have it play on there as well. So you're
Uh-huh.
not killing your screen time on your phone,
Right.
right? So those are the kind of things that you want to do when you're setting that nighttime routine. getting your body into that consistency, that routine. You got to put it in front of your face. Oh, okay, that's your app. There it
Yes.
is. What app is that one?
Uh, it's
Oh, wait,
peace.
we ain't giving no free advertising on here. We
Oh,
need free
it's
advertising.
on Spotify.
There
You
you
just
go.
go put in meditation, and you can
There you
just
go.
put the song on loop.
Yeah, they don't get no.
Good idea. I like it. I like it.
Yes.
Block all things but yours. Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying they ain't putting no money into this, so we can't
Hmm.
just be advertising everything for everybody.
Everything. That's right.
Right. So
Y'all.
it's 10:56. We're about to wrap it up. But what I want to share with you guys is if you want to know a little bit more, you can go in, you can download the Sleep Sanctuary Assessment. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to this link in bit.ly. I can also put it in the chat. Um, but it's a quick little assessment. So you assessing your, see, there she go. Trying to talk to me. Is for you to assess your sleep environment, right?
Oh, Leanne,
It's
what
a, it's,
about
but
your bedding? Like we
that's a part of
discovered
it. That
bamboo.
is a part of
Oh,
it. That is a
mm,
part of it.
mhm.
So go to Bamboo. Now, these my people.
Absolutely.
Go to Bamboo, BAMBLU, and go on and get you some good bedding because that's a part of it. A good
Yes, ma'am.
mattress, a good bedding. Those are the kind of things that's on this sleep sanctuary assessment. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, when you get in there, there is a larger, better sleep handbook that you can purchase for $7, but we giving away free stuff on the show today.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So you're going to go to this URL, you're going to get the sleep sanctuary assessment free. All I needs is your email address and your name. That's all we
Okay.
need. And you get it free. It's going to get to you immediately. And you can go in and check it out and then say, hey, this is really nice. I think I want to get the full document. The full document is over 30 pages.
Mhm.
Okay. Sleep. Hold on.
Things we take for granted. You need an actual sleep class.
We do because so I put it in the comments. If you want to find out more, you can go and get that sleep sanctuary assessment. Is free.
Mhm.
And then get the actual book. It's 30 pages, but it's a download, and some of them are meant for you to copy and use again, right?
Okay.
So in the document, it includes a bedtime routine planner. We got you covered, baby. I got you covered with all things. This is what I do.
Well.
I give you an article that gives you tips about, ways that you can enhance your sleep. We give you an at home and a travel version of the assessment,
Mhm.
right? The free one is just at home, but we also include thoughts of when you're somewhere else,
Mhm.
setting up your environment, because that's also very important,
Mhm.
right, to your sleep. And it includes, like I said, 30 pages of goodness. It also includes a sleep planner, a tracker, right? So that you can track your sleep habits. Are you doing these things every day consistently and take notes? That will help you track when things are bothering you, when things are on your mind,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? How do you handle those situations and get past them so that you can get a restful sleep?
Oh.
So, I want to thank y'all for coming in. This has been a wonderful hour. Okay,
Yes, it
we were
has.
talking about sleep and relaxation. We've learned that Sharonda does not get to have any TikTok time before bed because she don't know how to act. She don't know how to, so she don't get none. So she
I
don't get
want
none.
TikTok punishment at bedtime.
Yeah, we don't want her we don't want the husband kicking her out. You go into the living room and get on the couch or something. Trying to sleep. So she don't get none of that. But we want to
Okay.
thank you for coming. Make sure you get the free sleep sanctuary assessment,
Okay.
and stay tuned because next week, what are we talking about next week? Next week, our show is on it's Mother's Day, coming after Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is Sunday. So we're
Okay.
doing the show next Monday is the good and bad of motherhood. Y'all
Ooh.
moms ain't
Oh,
so we're
Ooh.
celebrating the
We
great
might need
moms
2 hours for that show.
right, we
yeah,
might, but because
yeah.
what we're going to be doing is we're going to be celebrating the great moms, but we're also going to be talking about the toxicity that
Yes.
sometimes comes along that comes from our parents and how we can do better with our kids
Amen.
Yeah,
as parents, as mothers. We don't want to be those toxic parents. There's a fine line between being that good mother, directive, hard, and being a toxic parent.
right.
So while we are praising all the wonderful mothers, and that's biological as well as adoptive, as well as bonus mamas,
Absolutely.
and we're
Absolutely.
going to, but we also going to talk about the bad stuff too. And
Because,
that's also going to be another drop-in show because we
okay.
want to give you guys out there in the world time to say thank you to your mamas. So we're going to
Amen.
have a segment just for saying thank you and saying I love you to your mother. And that
Ooh,
shouldn't be based off Mother's Day. You should be doing that all the time
that's
Oh,
right.
every
and
day.
being
Every day is
thankful
Mother's
for
Day.
the mama. That's right. Being
Absolutely.
thankful if you have her while you have her.
Amen.
But
Absolutely.
until then, make sure because the rest of this week you can get back into this sleep and relaxation episode. It's on repeat Monday through Friday. But we might do, I don't know. I might come back in this week and just do another topic. I feel like we need to talk about something else this week. So
We do. We definitely do.
Absolutely. We could always talk about something else. What
yeah,
you
we're gonna pick
mean?
another topic and we're gonna come back. What y'all doing on Thursday? When Thursday? What y'all doing Thursday? Y'all good?
Drop
I'm
the
with you.
link.
Okay, so Thursday, we're gonna come back and do another live show Thursday. Topic to be announced later on today. And make sure you're here. Watch now.
A-
Let's talk
So
about it.
quickly, tell us where they can find you. You got 22 seconds.
Bookkeeping 101. You can find me on all social platforms. My website is also bookkeepingforlife.com. You can find me at 833-502-6657. And I'm on all socials by the business name, Bookkeeping 101 LLC.
All
All
right.
right,
All right. You can
Tony.
catch me at the Eye of the Storm Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Worldwide. You can also catch me on TV. I got my little Twitch stream. We streaming on Twitch right now. Shout out to Smoking Lou and 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 and,
Hey
and
Lou, he was on, right? He was
Big
on with us.
Illinois and King Royal. Thank y'all for tuning in. Um, yeah, you can catch me at the Eye of the Storm at Spreaker.com every day because that's my platform. I don't have no set time. And that's why I do request shows. So that's me in a nutshell.
Way cool.
All right.
Way cool.
And you can find me anywhere you type in Wake Up Happy Sis, you're going to find this beautiful little bald black girl.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Spreading a little
Absolutely.
bit of black girl happiness and magic. That whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's that black girl. Whoosh, whoosh. That's that black girl happiness for you because what we doing, we're waking up happy every day. That's the name
Amen.
of the show. That's the name of the movement. That's what we do. And we do it here every Monday live at 10 a.m. Eastern on KCCR The Brownstone, where we are telling our stories our way. Because what are we doing? We're changing our narrative. It's up to us to change the narrative for our Black and Brown people. And we can only do that when we tell our stories our way. So make
Yes.
sure you keep it locked and loaded to KCCR The Brownstone and brownstoneworldwide.com. We will see
Absolutely.
y'all later. We're going to
All
see y'all on
right.
Thursday. So come back. Thursday's going to be another live drop-in show. We may just have a drop-in open for anybody for the shows coming forward. I like that concept. So we'll see y'all later.
Great.
See y'all on Thursday.
Have a good one.
Bye.